Welcome back to my channel and another video. My name is Shelby. If you're new here, I am a stay-at-home mom of a now 15-week-old little boy, and in my free time I like to build things. So in today's video we are building some shelves. So I got my wood cut down. I did 14-inch pieces. I will link the exact boards that I got from Home Depot in the description box, but I am just sanding them down with an orbital sander. If you are into woodworking or projects, I definitely recommend investing in this type of sander. It doesn't have to be a Milwaukee brand, it can be any brand. We just use Milwaukee tools at our house, but this makes your life so much easier versus hand sanding. So I started out with an 80 grit sandpaper to just get all of like the major flaws out of the board. As you can see, this is the back side, and that is after doing it with the 80 grit. So I go back in with a finer grit, like a 200 grit sandpaper on the orbital sander after I do my first run through with the 80, and then I kind of work my way up until I get the desired smoothness, for lack of a better term, on the wood. So there you can see I still have a little bit of roughness to sand out, so I'm just going back over the piece of wood with my sandpaper, and then I'm wiping it off with a rag. So I do this until I feel I've done enough, and make sure I get all the sides and the back before I switch out my sandpaper grit. And I do like to go over it with just a regular piece of sandpaper and just go by hand to make sure all of my edges are smooth and that I didn't miss anything with the orbital sander. I am using a really fine grit sandpaper just to finish it off, because this is furniture. You do want it to be smooth, and the smoother your surface, the easier it is to stain and seal. So after that, I'm just cleaning off my workspace and I am getting out my stain. This is my favorite brand of stain. Again, I will link that in the description box as well, but I just put that on using an old rag. And I do want to make a note, I should be wearing a mask, but I just didn't really think to wear one on this particular day. But I do have the garage door open with the wind blowing. I think the wind was like 20 miles an hour, honestly, on this day. But just side note, you should be wearing PPE, including a mask and glasses. I do not wear gloves when I'm like sanding. I don't think you need to, or when you're using power tools, but when it comes to stain and any type of sealer like polyurethane or epoxy, you definitely should be wearing gloves. You don't want to get that stuff on your hands. So that is my little safety talk here. And again, power tools, I probably should have my hair up, but I just didn't. So as my dad would say, do as I say, not as I do. But I am just finishing up the stain here, and I let it dry in between coats, going on the front and the back just to get an even layer of stain. And since this is pretty dark, I only did one layer. And it is a new day, so the stain is dry and I am sealing up the shelves. It was pouring rain outside, so that is why the garage door is closed, and I have my PPE on, and I also had a fan going in the garage, and I cracked the windows a little bit to get some airflow, so I just want to put that out there. I am sealing the shelves with a shellac, and I'm just putting that on with a Dollar Tree sponge brush because I just throw them away when I'm done with them, so it's kind of like no love lost. But this is my second time using this shellac, and I'm not too sure how I feel about it. It's pretty good, but I still haven't found something that I'm totally like in love with for sealing my wood projects. Moving on to actually hang the jewelry with, I found these hooks. They were in like the screw section, bracket section of the hardware store that I went to. I will again link them in the description along with the leg thing that I used. And I just spray painted them white. And I'm making a jewelry stand for my mom. So I'm going through the exact same process that I went through with the shelves of sanding it down to the desired smoothness. So I quickly did that, and by quickly I mean like 2 hours of sanding. That is my least favorite part of any type of project, is sanding, but you just have to do it. My original plan was to paint the boards white for the jewelry stand, but I'm just not a fan of painted wood. I think it looks a little too farmhouse-ish. So I saw this gray stain at the hardware store and I bought it. It seemed like a really good idea. And then I stained the one board gray, which is why it looks different than the one I'm currently staining in the video. It just did not look good at all. It was very odd, and I should have known that gray stain wouldn't really work well. It was just very strange. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to use it again or try to stain something gray. So I'm going over it with the same espresso color stain that I used earlier in the video. This is just my tried and true. I feel like I stain everything this color, but I like it a lot. So it works and I'm not, too upset. And this way, everything in my house does match. So if we move or decide to move furniture that I've made around the house, everything is the same color. So that is pretty nice. And that's just something to keep in mind if you're doing projects for your house.
Why don't we say that it's too late for us now? Why do we stay when I blame you for the things that weigh me down? 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me. Yeah, in the echo.
And to assemble the jewelry stand, I am using some plumbing equipment. You can find this in the plumbing section of like your Home Depot or Lowe's or hardware store. I'm not too sure what all of this is called. I honestly just went off of what Doug did for our living room table that we built over the summer. He came up with this idea, so I can't take credit for it. I do really like the industrial look of this versus something more farmhousey, and I'm not really sure what other direction you could go in for legs for a table, or in this case, a jewelry stand. So I just went with this because I knew how to do it from doing the table, but I'm sure if you looked online or Pinterest, you could find some ideas if you don't like the industrial look. And I wanted to do rose gold for the legs, and it just did not look good. It looks like a copper pipe, and I feel like I should have known, but again, no love lost. I just let it dry and then painted over it with some white spray paint. And again, PPE, have your mask on, your glasses, and gloves when you're painting or breathing, stuff like this. And I did have the fan running still, and I would definitely suggest doing this kind of stuff when it's nice out, when you can have, open air, but I was on a little bit of a time crunch. Moving on to actually hang the jewelry with, I found these hooks. They were in like the screw section, bracket section of the hardware store that I went to. I will again link them in the description along with the leg thing that I used. And I just spray painted them white. They do come in white, but the size I needed, the store only had them in gold, so I painted over them. While they were drying, I moved back onto my shelves as the seal dried on them, and I have brackets that I ordered from Amazon. They will be linked in the description as well, and I really do like these brackets. Actually, I'm very surprised, and I just marked where I wanted to put them, and they did come with their hardware, so that was also really convenient. So I just found where I wanted to put the brackets, and I attached them. Also, as my dad would say, measure twice and cut once, or in this case, drill once. I don't like to use wood filler. I feel like it just, I don't know, tarnishes the integrity of your project, especially if you're nailing things into the wall or if things are weight bearing. I just don't like to use wood filler. So just be very precise with your measurements. It doesn't hurt to err on the side of caution and just measure twice before you do something.
Silence. I'm thinking more of her. She who wants to study your body, who gets the better version of you. I need the bitter, bitter truth. I need the better version of you. I need the better version of you.
And going back to the jewelry stand, since that sealer dried, I am finding the center of my boards to see where I want to put the leg as well as all of the hooks for the jewelry. And I don't really have plans for this jewelry hanger. I just made up the idea in my head and I went off of some things that I saw on Pinterest. Since my mom and I are organizing her closet, I wanted to give her somewhere for her jewelry to go in her closet that wasn't like a jewelry box. This way she could see everything, and I could have gotten one off of Amazon, but I like to build things and I figured this would be fun for the video and I needed somewhere to channel my energy. So I found the center and I'm just attaching my plumbing equipment to the board. And I used too long of screws, so just be mindful of that. So I had to get new screws for that. And these are what the shelves look like finished. These are a different set that I made, but essentially the same exact thing. It would not be a video without a cooking segment. So this week I made a coconut cream pie. Doug and I went out to dinner the other week and we shared a piece of coconut cream pie and it was so good. I'm normally not really into stuff like that and I really liked it, so I decided to make one. I've never made a coconut cream pie before. It was actually so easy. And since I've never made one, I just found a recipe online. I do like Sally's Baking Addiction for recipes, so I have linked that blog post in the description, and that is the exact recipe that I used to make this coconut cream pie, and it turned out honestly great. It is a little involved in terms of ingredients and the way you have to combine the ingredients, so it is a little time consuming, but the finished product is well worth it.
Why don't we say that it's too late for us now? Why do we stay when I blame you for the things that weigh me down? 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me. Yeah, in the echo of your silence, I'm thinking more of her. She who wants to study your body, who gets the better version of you. I need the bitter, bitter truth. I need the better You talk about faith. Is it just something you say? Or is it the same with that girl you texting when I look away? 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me. Yeah, in the echo of your silence, I'm thinking more of her. She who wants to study your body, who gets the better version of you. I need the bitter, bitter truth. I need the better version of you. Oh, I need, I need the better version of you. Oh, I need, the better, better you.
Okay.
Why don't we say that it's too late for us now? Why do we stay when I blame you for the things that weigh me down? 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me. Yeah, in the echo of your silence, I'm thinking more of her. She who wants to study your body, who gets the better version of you. I need the bitter, bitter truth. I need the better version of you. I need the better version of you. I need the better you.
Hello, excuse this little bit of a mess behind me. Doug and I are organizing our house and our closets, so hence this. I should probably shut that, but this is real life, and Thomas is taking a nap, so I just want to film this part of the video. I did a little bit of shopping over the last week or two. First of all, I got this little outlet. I don't even know what you call this, not an adapter, but it just gives you more outlets in your outlet. So this is really awesome. Definitely need this. Speaking of Amazon, I got this little portable sound machine for Thomas. This one we can take with us. It just clips. I'm reading the back. It clips onto the stroller. And we also just kind of carry this around the house. We also have the baby shusher, which is nice, but there's no buttons to kind of change it. You can just change the volume. So this was nice for that. And I keep this in our room if he sleeps in our room at night. And then I put the big sound machine in his room that stays there. And I do like this one because you can put it on a timer or you can just let it run too. And this one runs on 3 AAA batteries, and it was $12 on Amazon. Next, from Target, I am so late jumping on the milk frother bandwagon. I seriously feel like I'm the last person on the planet to have a milk frother, but I just could never. I never thought I needed it. I was never really into it. I just liked my coffee with creamer in it. And then randomly, I started getting on a latte kick from Dunkin' and Starbucks after I had Thomas, and I was just obsessed with lattes. And then I was like, why am I spending $6 on a latte? Then I remembered that I had an espresso maker. It is from my family that lives in Italy, so that was really cool. And they gave it to my mom when my mom was in Italy, so we just had that at our house. So I grabbed that from my mom, and I've been using it every single day. I do a double shot with my frothed milk, and this was only $9 at Target, so that was awesome. I just randomly saw this one day, and I was like, I need it. But I got this shaker bottle. It was in the aisle today, and I was like, what the heck? It's 32 ounces when blender bottle, they're usually 20 or like 24. So this is a lot bigger, and it's pink, which is cute. And it was only $3. And it has this like little strainer in the top, which is cool. And it has the little thing. And I like that this isn't the metal like the blender bottle ones, because the blender bottle ones always get stuck in my drying rack, and then I have to like pull them apart and I break them. Next, my favorite, I went to Lululemon. I got these pants, and they happened to be on sale, which was awesome because they're so cute. They are the Align high-rise pant. They are the 28-inch length. They are a little bit long on me, so I do need to get them hemmed. I usually wear the 25-inch ones, and they are still a little bit like bunchy on me. I have them on right now. They do bunch a little bit, but it's better than the 28. These are just way too long on me, but I seriously loved this print. It's like cheetah. Hopefully it's focused. It's black and gray cheetah. I mean, it is so stinking cute, and they had the matching bra, but it just did not fit with my situation right now and nursing. So I did not get that, but I wanted it because it was really cute. So these are them. I also got these pants that I have on right now. The Wonder Under Train High Rise Tight in 25 inches. And let me see if I can get my... You can kind of see how they bunch up at the bottom, like a little bit, like a hair. Like seriously, it's fine. So they fit perfectly, and I really like them. I wanted a pair of black, and I do like my lines, and I do lift in them occasionally. I try not to. I do more of like if I'm going to the gym and then I have like a full day of errands, I'll wear in a line. Definitely not on leg day, but I really like the Wonder Under trains. So no, I keep saying Wonder Under because I have backtrack. These are the Wonder Train High Rise. So they are Wonder Unders. They're just for training. So it does have the draw cord in the waistband, which I don't mind. It still is like seamless, like a Wonder Under or an Align. But it just has the draw cord and a waistband pocket, which again, I want to see if I stand up. You can tell that they kind of hit the same place in terms of high-risingness. So yeah, I do really like the Wonder Train pants, especially because they're high-rise. They do feel like a Wonder Under. Definitely my favorite pants from Lulu next to Aligns, but because I'm constantly training, I feel like it's great just to wear these. And I feel like with my schedule now that I'm not always working out first thing in the morning, and I'm kind of working out whenever I get a chance. It's nice just to have a pant that I can train in so that I'm not like changing a few times a day, if that makes any sense. So that is it for my little haul. I think I'm getting a few more things in from Amazon in terms of organization, because my mom and I are also organizing her walk-in closet, and it is a new day, and I'm back with some more Amazon products that I have been loving. First, or the only thing left from Amazon is this charger thing. It's a 3-in-1 wireless charger for the iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods. It has been working pretty well for Doug and I. I got each of us one of them. Is what it looks like. So it's pretty legit. So it's not that bad. It's pretty lightweight. So your watch goes here and it just hangs over. AirPods, this is where you turn it on and off, and your phone. I do have to take my case off. Doug has to take his case off when we charge our phones, but not a big deal. I guess you could get a wireless charging case, but we both have pop sockets on our phones, so that would just defeat the purpose. But for $25, this is great. You have one cord instead of what would be 3. And you don't forget to charge anything either because everything is right there. So we love that. Thomas loves it too. Next, I went to Ulta and I got this Real Techniques brush. Let's see if it will focus. Cheek setting, Real Techniques 402. It's like a nice for in here for highlight. I needed a specific highlighting brush, and I like that you can do highlighting and setting with it. Let's just try this one more time. Yeah, I've never used Real Techniques brushes, but I feel like everybody has, and they get pretty good reviews, so we got one. It was only like $8 too at Ulta, so I'm pretty happy with it. And the packaging was really cute, so yeah, happy with that. Not that I wear makeup often, but I saw it in the checkout line, so I bought it. And then I did a restock of my skincare. I used The Ordinary. I do really like it. I got more vitamin C. So I've been using this every day since, I would say like August. And then I also got this Niacinamide from The Ordinary. I have never used this, but it's just hard breastfeeding and being pregnant. There's a lot of products that you can't use, like skincare wise. So I know I can use this for acne. My skin has been pretty good, knock on wood, but for like random breakouts, I'm definitely gonna be using this on top of the vitamin C, the hyaluronic acid, and the glycolic acid from The Ordinary as well. I've been using all of them since August, and everything has been great. I really am happy with my skin. Also, like even my hormones going kind of crazy postpartum and being pregnant, I feel like my skin has been pretty good. I will have like a blemish here and there, but my skin has been really good, and I think a lot of it is because of the products that I've been using and like taking care of my skin. That is all for this haul. People are walking by on my street, so my brain is like, but that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you like it, then give it a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to my channel. I don't have a posting schedule just because life's a little crazy with a baby, but yeah, I guess I will see you in the next video.